All right, here we are with I Was a Teenage Exocolonist, a Chuubo's Marvelous Wish-Granting Engine Fable, Season 2, Episode 4. I am Devin, the facilitator. With me here today we have...
Peter, as Digi the Great, a.k.a. Digi.
Natalie, as Trigonometry, a.k.a. Trig.
Sorry. G as Serendipity, a.k.a. Ren.
Perfect. 8 out of 10 as always, guys. So...
We're in January 2026.
We are in January 2026.
What a year it's been already.
What a season. And we are in the first month of pollen. Pollen! You were not told there was to be pollen. It's everywhere. Instead of that nice, snowy, not cold, snowy quiet, now it's just pollen. Thick spores everywhere and dandelion seed type things, and everything's pink and blooming and alive, and there are insects flying around pollinating everything. Everything is a riot of color and leaves and flowers and stamen just all over the colony. Things are growing fast. It's a whole thing. I think because we're in pollen, that means some stuff is starting to... Some early crops are starting to bloom, I think.
Yeah, probably everything's blooming.
Right? Like there's harvest.
Sounds good, right?
Hey, wait, did geoponics lose its shit?
What do you mean?
Did it? It's not like they would tell us.
No, I don't remember if Soul stopped geoponics from blowing up or not. Did I?
In the previous iteration, she did not. In this one, I don't know.
Okay, she did not then. Perfect. The adults aren't telling you how bad it is. Okay. So, yeah, geoponics is hard at work harvesting crops for, just planting, harvesting, getting ready for that. Expeditions is going out further. They've kind of mapped this place called the Prosaic Plains, and they're working their way kind of forward from there. Yeah, it's more of stuff. I think the wall is fully built by now at this point. There's only like sections they're putting in. And the mood is, I don't know, it's hard to gauge the mood. Everyone's excited. You're 3 months into being on a new planet, for the first time. The adults look like they're busy but optimistic, but it's like things have gotten more stressful since you're on the stratospheric. But that's probably just because they have to do all this new stuff, right? So that's the kind of vibe that's been going off. It's, your teens. It's hard to pin this down. Your parents, if you have them, are working away. They're staying interactive with you. No one's hiding any, they're not at the point where they're trying to hide how bad things might be getting from you. So you wouldn't even be really aware if there was like a bad vibes going through.
Oh, that's fine. Ren can assume bad vibes all on her own.
Mm-hmm.
She's great at that. So,
we're in that kind of nebulous liminal space of weeks in this month that also might go back last month and into the next month. Just how it kind of goes. Things from your group. You guys are doing whatever you're doing. Korg and Zet, moved into their own quarters. They were moved into the first quarters that were completed. They don't live in the ship anymore. They have their own place. So the first people to have their own place in the colony over there.
And everyone's happy for that.
Everyone, they're thriving, presumably. Com is still doing his guard duty and dropping on into the expedition surveying work. You see Utopia fairly often just because she checks in on you people because you go and do errands every so often, which also means you get to see Uncle Tonin here and there. As for the kids under you, because I think that's all there is are kids under you at this point. Tammy, Cal, and Anemone are kind of that cluster of friends that are all just kind of doing stuff together. Dis and Tangent are on the outside as the outsiders that they are. Mars is hanging out with Tammy and other kids, but mostly has her own thing going. It's not that she keeps to herself. It's just she has her own thing. She has things going on, which is a lot for a 10-year-old. She's got her own projects. for 10. Did I miss any kid? Soul.
Oh.
Soul just keeps trucking along. She's empathetic and helps babysit and helps people in like the creche and in the kitchen, and she does delivery runs from the depot sometimes, and she helps practice sports ball with the kids, and sometimes she helps in geoponics shoveling, and sometimes she's in her classes. You see her, she's everywhere. She's got her fingers in everything. That kid she is doing a lot of stuff. You get the sense that her mom fluorescence kind of puts a lot of pressure on her to be perfect, but with a nebulous standard of perfect that can never be achieved.
Thanks, Mom.
Ren's probably not that keyed into it to realize that that's what's going on.
To quote at least one adult any of you have heard in your lives when they didn't think you were listening, she's a hard woman to please.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's kind of your cohort. Everyone who, Utopia is kind of the upper limit. And Enemy's younger brothers, the redheaded herd of like cloud kids, like Nimbus, Cumulonimbus, all those Nimbus, those ones, they're kids doing their own thing. They're not really part of your world. The adults, they're taking care of the colony. Where are we? What is going on? What have you been doing? What are you doing?
Well, probably Digi will be still helping set up the cargo quartermasters, the whatever you call that. What do you call that? Depot, yeah. Finish up the depot.
The depot, which I think next year or the year after turns into the store, but for now they're just getting the basics out and running.
Yep.
And that's basically what Trig's going to have been working on this last little bit as well. Kind of with her background is kind of like an engineer. She's going to be just helping out and trying to get things set up after the ship has landed. So maybe at this point she's finally starting to get to some less important things.
Yeah, you've gotten very used to Seek looking down at you. They do that for everyone, but at least you're used to it now. Just that hawk-like stare down as if you are always going to be beneath obsequious.
Yeah.
As they do.
Yep.
Yeah. No, if you're at the depot, you see most of the adults filtering in on in. They all have to come to the depot for tools, supplies, technology, hardware.
Yeah.
Thing. You see Soul a fair amount doing just depot runs, being a little delivery person, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, where do we want to start?
Ren has probably been trying to get out of exploration jobs lately. Just kind of always been conveniently busy with other things or.
How did you recover yet from your injuries and your weed dream and so on?
I have recovered from the weed, but not, the injuries are I still got that wound. That's gonna. I already forgot how long it takes for those to heal.
I think by the end of this sentence, if it's a new chapter, what happened to you? It was a year ago that we had the last session, so I've forgotten almost everything.
Yeah, true. No, I got. I almost
recap
got eaten by. I almost. Ren almost got eaten by. What are they called? The fucking dog things.
Eye dogs.
Eye dogs.
Peeper puppies.
It's one of the eye dogs, the stretchy one from the intro.
Oh,
Slinky dogs.
I never named
those.
You call those slinky dogs.
Slinky dogs. All right, we call them
let's go with that then. Slinky dogs, yeah. We found one of those. Ren underestimated it. Yep. And it started eating, started scratching up her arms and was about to eat her, and then Cork came in and horrendously murdered it.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's being vegan.
So
we finally got
Ren
to see
has,
that
like,
skeleton.
Exactly. So Ren has some hang-ups about like predation and meat eating right now that she's got to work through. So she's probably been mostly working at the infirmary.
No, all right. If you're working at the infirmary, then you notice something before anyone else does. Soul has seen Instance like all the time for therapy.
Instance for therapy.
Well, Instance was the one that was treating her after the coma from the crash. So it's not like talk about your feelings. It's more like something got knocked loose, and Instance is just like keeping an eye on Soul, and Soul's like seems to be pretty like you've half heard these conversations because they're not like sealed off therapy sessions. They're just like did I say therapy or did I say counseling? I think it's like physiotherapy almost, like mental physiotherapy. It's Soul has Soul has a bunch of gene engineering to be naturally calm and like agreeable and like smooth under pressure and like not have a lot of like flare ups of like big feelings. Like they clamp down pretty easy. It doesn't make her unemotional. It just makes her very easy to get along with. Getting her head all bashed up knocked some of that loose, and Instance has just been helping them kind of get, work through it as the swelling's going down. The way it's described is the calm mind stuff took a bit of a beating because it creates a sort of mental crumple zone in her brain.
Oh.
So the crumple zone took some beating, but it's fixing itself back up, rearranging itself. But it just means Soul's a little bit off for the last little while, which I think you've all noticed.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's weird. Soul and Instance, they talk not in the way you're used to Instance talking to any living thing, where it's normal, it's straightforward, it's back and forth, just talking as if they were both not superior and inferior.
Yeah, it's really wild. Like usually when usually she's fine when she tells me stuff, but whenever I talk to her, she her face gets all twisted up and stuff, and it's like sorry for having questions, I guess.
Do you want to ask Instance about it?
You know what? Yeah.
Use that spotlight.
Yeah. So yeah, Soul is probably just in the bio bed having a nap because Instance is just looking over like treatment and stuff, sitting down, tapping away on her hollow palm. No, she has a hollow eye, so I don't know. Does that just happen inside her eye? I forget how the hollow eye works. Is it just a HUD inside her head?
Oh, could be both.
Yeah. There's background interference. If no one is I think there's like breathing. Keep an eye out for that.
Well, maybe Natalie then.
Maybe, I don't know. It could be just anyone's. But yeah, Instance is just there tapping away at her console in engineering, like in the med bay, basically.
Mm-hmm.
She's there.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I take the plunge. I walk over to her and I say it like in a very low voice because I don't want to wake Soul, obviously. So, how's Soul doing? Is everything all right?
She like cocks her head like she had forgotten you were even here. Yeah. Complications from the coma. I've been just keeping an eye on it. It's strange. I've never seen this happen with the type of genetic engineering I've had on a subject before. It's just an oddity. Fixing itself up fine. Shouldn't be a problem. It's just I want to keep observation on it. Gather data.
Okay, so nothing to be worried about, yeah?
Not as she tells it. I think it's like she's thinking aloud, basically. I think there's trauma, but the cognitive layering has absorbed most of it and redistributed the shock. So I think everything is just settling back in. Her mind is very young. It's plastic, so it's more susceptible to unmooring from these kinds of incidents.
If you say so. I don't know. I think
child.
I read something once about how trauma can also mess children up forever. So maybe I'm worrying about nothing, but
Yeah, but I accounted for that when I was doing the sequencing.
right.
That's the thing.
Because
That's the thing. The child has always been agreeable, but now she seems more present. Do you know what I mean? When someone's there, paying attention, almost conversational. I'll ask the children here questions, and she's talking about you, of course, and they'll stutter and stammer and give me 1,000 different words until they get to the actual answer I'm looking for. Soul just says the answer as if they know how to talk like a person I want to talk to.
Well, I don't know if this is useful or anything, but I had a very strange conversation with her right after she woke up, where I had the feeling like she was trying to manipulate me, but honestly, like at the same time, is that even possible? Do children manipulate others at that age? Like, I don't mean manipulate in the way you get from kids sometimes, where they're like, somebody probably stole the dang chocolate and left it behind the sofa. The kind where they manipulate you and try to manipulate you and tell on themselves. No, it was. I don't know how to explain it. It was really weird. Soul talks weird sometimes.
I've observed that in the child. Take a look at this. Now that you're like someone that's just observing in a medical office, she kind of moves you over to where Soul is. Look at the arm there. So on Soul's not their forearm, their upper arm, they have a bunch of beads that are like cat's cradle, like dream catcher, kind of tied into each other in like lattices that like Soul can like fiddle with and like move them around and rearrange them and change them up and stuff. Almost like it's like patterns and whatnot, like an abacus almost. It looks like an abacus that she's woven onto her arm. She wasn't doing this before the crash. She says that it helps focus or settle her mind, where it lets her remember things, like a memory tool. Without using the hollow palm. I don't know why. Tactility apparently is very helpful.
That sounds like something strange to come up with that suddenly, I suppose.
Well, it makes sense. It's very advanced child education theory, not in the sense that it's, deep science. It's just from an archive you wouldn't usually pull it from. I saw it back on Earth I saw it back on Earth being discussed. Like using tactility and memory games to help stabilize and ground. But I didn't tell her that. She just sort of came to it on her own conclusion.
Well, she is a smart cookie.
It's just strange. But I think it's just... It could just be a confluence of things. She's also almost going to be reaching puberty soon, so probably the cognitive enhancements are just settling in odd ways. You see the same thing with Tangent and Mars. Their psychology is shaping up much differently now that they're entering puberty. Something to catalog at the very least. And then she goes back to work.
And Ren is probably just gonna stand there and look at the weird abacus weave for a bit longer, just kind of marveling at the complexity of it.
Right? That was the nicest conversation you've ever had with Instance.
Yeah. Now I feel saying we connected is a bit much. I think this is probably more like a slice of life thing. It's like,
you could say you guys connected. She treated you as if you weren't beneath her for a small period of time. That's a connection. Your call,
I suppose. Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's go for it.
You didn't throw up all over yourself and embarrass her by talking to her. That's a win.
Amazing.
So shared reaction, I'm guessing.
Yeah, shared. No, wait. Yeah, that's shared reactions. Exactly. Yep. We had a shared reaction to Saul being weird. Hell yeah.
There you go. What do you got for me? Where are we going from here?
I'm fading into the background. Who's next?
Well, I guess Digi can pick up from there, just coming in with your new dose of medicine from germanium to comfort you in these times of your recovery, to get your emotional XP, and also invite you to your sports ball.
I will take that, I suppose. Do we want to skip over the invitation to sports ball and get right to the sports ball?
To the sports ball pitch.
Sports ball, team training.
All right. Great news. Great news. Serendipity?
Yep.
Serendipity.
Yeah. Great news. It's you and Digi and Com and an enemy and Cal and a bunch of miscellaneous other smaller trigonometries there. And, a couple of the smaller ones that are just always around, and enemy's little brothers. They're all here to play sports ball. Oh, I guess Dis and Mars would be there. Wait, does Mars play in the dirt? Mars isn't playing in the dirt. Dis could be there, though.
Mars probably observes with Tammy.
Yeah.
No, wait. Mars plays sports ball all the time. She's actually really good at it because she's bigger than the other kids.
Oh, really? I forgot about that. I never.
Yeah, that's the thing. She's actually real good. She's a bit.
All right.
She's a bit selfish on the field, but she gets results.
Good. I had this memory of her being there in the lineup and being like, "You didn't pick me first," but I couldn't know if I invented that or hallucinated it.
Nope, that totally happens. Yep.
Perfect. And yes, Mars is there to dominate. So yeah, everyone's out to watch you play sports ball, and they're all starting to slowly pick teams. Whose team are you going to be on, Serendipity?
Oh dear. Oh no. Oh, the worst thing would be if you make me pick.
Well, might as well. You and Com have me pick off.
Oh, great. Yeah, perfect.
Make it the most embarrassing thing.
Who do I even pick?
Oh, Soul's there too, obviously. I forgot. Oh God, Korg and Zed are there too.
Oh no.
Oh, Korg.
Korg. Go. I thought you were going to pick an enemy just to spite Com.
I can't do that to her.
Right? You can't take away her precious waning calm time.
Yeah, seriously. Unbelievably evil.
Right? What was it? Korg walks on over to your side. Com picks an enemy. They high five. Your turn.
Damn. Digi.
Okay.
All the teams. Okay, Com picks Cal.
What the? I look at him like, what is this team he's building?
Well, Cal? Fun. It's sports ball.
Sounds like a winning team.
They're gonna get owned. Mars.
Okay. He's like, Dis.
What is... Yeah, well, at this point, I'm just gonna walk over him, grab him by the arm and walk off a little bit, and I'm like, are you throwing the game? What is this? What's
sports ball? We're just playing sports ball. How are they going to learn if they're not going to learn against bigger players?
No, but this team is already so lopsided.
Well, I don't know, man. You picked all the teams first. What do you want from me?
Well, Ryan, sounds like you need to pick some, weaker members.
Cal? You picked Cal before Mars?
He likes playing in the dirt.
Sure, but he doesn't like competing.
Yeah, I know. Everyone knows it.
He's good defense.
I'm just making sure the young kids don't get picked last. I thought we all kind of knew you're supposed to kind of pick the kids that don't get picked all the time. You went straight for Korg.
I mean,
See, now Com needs to pick Zed, and then we'll have something.
How about you pick Zet and I'll pick Soul? Then you can at least have a player that's not. And I'll pick Soul.
do I want that?
Yeah, exactly. All right, come on. No one wants to say it about Zed.
Fine.
If you need a handicap, you can always pick Trig.
We can't call them that because of Antifa. Handicap. It's a solar opposites joke. They were calling kids in a Charles Xavier Institute special, and someone's like, we can't call them that anymore because of Antifa.
Okay.
God. It's awful. All right, Zed.
Yeah.
Just don't be weird. Just don't be weird, Zed, please.
Zed and Korg, high five.
Now, who does Com pick?
Soul. And that means
who's even left?
I think Trig is left. Is there anyone else left?
Yeah, that'll be Trig probably.
All right, and you get trigonometry.
Trig. So my team is now also bigger.
Oh.
Well, sounds like Utopia needs to go with Com.
Don't worry, Trig is the lankiest girl you've ever seen. She is not bringing anything of a contributive nature to this team. Not because she doesn't try, but because she is who she is.
Lanky is an advantage. You can just hold the ball up and then the kids can't reach it.
Smash cut climbing of a bunch of kids just climbing trees.
Yeah. Give it back, and that.
Well, Ren, if you think this, team's so lopsided, then maybe I should join the other team, and then we can have something more fair.
Yeah, let's
like,
do
wait.
that.
Why don't we just have an alternate? I'll just be an alternate. I'll just sit this one out. And Cora goes sit one out, and Com goes, "Hey, do you want to play our team?" "Oh yeah, I love playing sports ball."
Well,
Com's just like, kind of like hands up at you, like, it worked.
Just poached my best player.
It just sort of happened. I don't know what to tell you.
I stare daggers at him. But he might not realize because that's how I usually look at him, so.
Right. There, now it's even. So Com's team is Com, Korg, Cal, Dis, Soul, an enemy. An enemy's really good at sports ball. And what's your team? The Monstars from Space Jam?
I mean, with Korg, now I have fucking Zed without Korg. I've got Digi, who is probably really good. Honestly, it's basically unstoppable if you're going. And then I've got Trig, who is bane to all children apparently,
and Mars.
Mars.
Yeah, she has the killer instinct.
She has the killer instinct. No teamwork bone in her body, but
no, she's an ambush predator. She doesn't work in packs.
Exactly. Oh, it's gonna be a shit show. Anyway, all
right, your team is dysfunctional enough that it could be even.
Yeah. Okay, so all right, a group huddle.
All right, you're all huddled up.
We gotta strategize. All right, and I think strategy is a part of the combat skill.
Mars is just nodding. Okay.
So I'm gonna spend 1 will, I guess, to get like a fucking strategy that works. And now I need to look up the dang thing again because brain. Will. Intention. There we go. Do something correctly. Impress people around you. Hell yeah. It's a correct strategy, which will probably not save us, but
Perfect.
That's fine.
I'm just reading stuff in the background here while we're going over this stuff.
Yeah.
What kind of, is this a conflict? Is this person versus person? Like
I guess this is like team? Everybody tosses in their stuff into the pile and it gets resolved from top down, I suppose.
Yeah, okay. Essentially. The thing is, like, we gotta figure out who wants what and whose intention is actually important here. I should probably say that Ren's intention is to win this thing, which might work out for her if nobody else actually goes for the win. But, well, Anemone's here, so...
Soul is here, and Soul has Princess of Vertumna.
Ah, dear.
Bomb.
I'm screwed.
And Soul's goal is to make sure that an enemy and Calm have the best possible time.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
So if that's compatible with you winning...
I see what this is. Screw it. I'm gonna spend more will on this. So I'm gonna make her work for it. Okay.
Hey, how does using a bond work?
Let's see.
You just like get the bonus to your like you get edge for it. I think
to mundane.
To mundane like this? Okay. Let's throw this out here. This has now just become you versus Soul.
Bonds.
All right, that simplifies things, yeah.
Yeah, add to intention, yeah. Or can make it as a miracle.
Oh, it goes directly on the intention. Right. It's not edge. No, yeah, it goes directly on the intention.
Soul is using their level 4 bond, Manipulated Living.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'm driven to shape you into who you should be because I know what's best for you.
Oh.
Making sure Calm and an enemy have the best time.
Okay, what's her intention level?
Well, there's 4 from that. That goes around the intention, the bond, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so 4. Princess of Vertumna means that she basically has her own version of not cool, the other one.
The shine?
Shine. That was it.
But shine is for other people doing actions for you, not you doing things.
Yeah, I don't care. That's where the 3 is coming from because she's shining the whole team, specifically an enemy. And wait, were there other people on their Dis? Oh shit, Dis is there too. Yeah, okay. Any of her bachelors basically now have a 3 in sportsball.
Yeah.
So that's 7 we're starting at. And then she's going to spend her 3 miraculous will to go bring it up to 10.
1 to 4 will.
Miraculous will?
Okay.
She has a pool of miraculous will.
Yeah, but I think you're still spending 1 to 4 rather than 3.
But it's a pool of miraculous will. Like it's a separate pool that you just dump into things that refreshes like at the end of an action.
Yeah, but you're still spending will in increments or in powers of 2.
Normal will.
Okay, sure.
I'm gonna break the bank. I'm gonna spend 4 will on this so I can at least do something that looks dang good, impressive, dramatic, and cool while I get absolutely owned.
Okay. And that's all she's gonna do. She'll just sit there at a nice normal 10.
Fuck off! 10! That's off the chart, literally.
So, start getting to work taking that down.
Well,
that's not going to happen.
You can win. Winning is on the table. You're allowed to win. It's just an enemy and Calm are going to have a really good day.
And that's the problem.
Yeah, I guess Digital will be also throwing his intention in where he wants to make this a nice, productive team building exercise, maybe with persuasion and trying to hype Ren into, working together as a team and so on. So I guess,
yeah. I feel like how this is gonna play out is we do win, but it's not like, obviously we don't completely destroy them, because for Common Anemone to really get something out of it, it has to be at least somewhat close, right? For it to be really, really good.
It is a freakish combination of the Mighty Ducks and Rocky 1, where even though Rocky loses, holy shit.
So
and you go.
For me, I like to do this as persuasion to again be hyping up Ren and doing this as a team building exercise. I have a bond. I must always say the right thing. So that's +2 to 4. I can throw in 4-will at this to make it an 8. And I also have a tool of +1 being instrumentalized by Soul. So maybe that also counts. So that would be a 9. And I also have Cool 2, which means since Soul is opposing me, then she has a edge 2 or obstacle 2?
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but yeah.
Yeah, so she'd get knocked down to an 8, and that would be 9.
Well, there you go. That seems all reasonable, right?
Yep.
Well, it's a 9. Oh my god. Do the right thing.
Yeah.
So gets exactly what she wants.
Yeah, I think Soul gets knocked down to 8 for real productive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
which means we resolve yours first, I guess?
Yeah. Okay. Knock it down, Will. Okay. So good team building exercise, hyping it up, talking as a team, and going over our disagreements that we had, because I think you and Com were kind of at each other's ends last time.
Oh, I was mostly at his throat. To be fair to Com,
yeah,
I was at his throat.
Com can do no wrong.
I wouldn't go that far, but I was being.
When has he ever?
Yeah, basically, Soul's personal quest, the Siffrin paradox, kicks in, and she goes from princess to faceless. So, like, she just goes back into being a kid very briefly that you guys won't really notice. And she's like, yeah, competitive kids, sports, bonding with an enemy in calm, them and dis, freakishly coordinated. Just a 10-year-old kid dominating you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Very competitive, very feisty.
Yeah. Calm mind.
But her intention is not to win. Therefore, my intention still stands. And we pull out the victory from the jaws of defeat somehow.
Yeah, it is. Everyone is surprised at how well that team's doing. And then you realize most of the times you see Common and Enemy doing this in sportsball, it's because Soul is there on their team.
Damn.
Yeah.
I can't even be like butthurt and annoyed about Common and Enemy having the time of their life while I am trying to humble Com because of that dang level 9 intention to do team building exercise. So I guess that actually works.
We did it. We therapied you.
Yeah, everything's fixed immediately.
Soul wasn't aware about this. They were just trying to make sure an Enemy and Com had a really nice day.
And instead, we all had a very nice day. Probably even Trig.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
We're making good use of your lankiness. You better believe it.
Oh, yeah. Did Trig want to add something?
I participated.
Well, did you want to have any intention here?
I mean, Not really. No, Trig is just happy to not be doing more work and is actually like interacting with people for the first time. Well, like other people her age instead of working in the depot with the adults all the time.
Oh yeah, I guess for digital will be him switching to his hardly working generic quest lurid thing.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, that's also a thing. So we do the sports ball real good. We get the decisive goal in the nick of time, and then I think Ren just actually just kind of stands in the middle of the sports ball field, like kind of blearily looking at the scoreboard, just like, am I imagining that?
Score got really high for sports ball because of the attrition. So, like, if a normal game goes to 10, this went to like 25, and you got there 25 to 24.
Holy shit, guys! We did it.
Everyone's tired.
Yeah, everyone's tired, bruised, and whatever. We got all out. Speaking of which, since we spent 4 will each, then that possibly means we get some injury from that, or...
Yes. You're all worn out or tired, or you're high on teamwork as an injury.
Okay.
Injuries can be fun.
Ooh, one exhausted or something.
Right.
Yep.
A level 1 bond related to the wound. That bond could be something like, I don't know. I can never not be teamworky. Figure something out for me, boys.
Yeah, write something in.
Compulsive team member.
Something like that, just for the next chapter, 0 to 2 chapters. Yeah. Looks like you all just kind of wounded yourselves into being just excellent buddies.
Now, since I didn't actually put any intention in it, do I actually take a wound?
Oh, yeah, no, you're fine. You didn't get wounded at all.
Yeah, you didn't spend a will, so you didn't need to take a wound.
Cool.
It's true.
Yeah, we just went all out, and you were just present.
Trig is just like, yay, team.
Perfect. Yeah, it was a great hustle, good team spirit. Everyone's shaking hands and stuff. Even Zet wasn't a selfish person ruining it for everyone.
Either that, or I accounted for it.
That too.
So it's like after that, we go to the canteen or whatever, we all relax, and then there's some, new kind of treat there called cotton candy.
Oh my God. But yeah, it was like, during the game, it was like, Soul passes to Dis, who passes to an enemy, who passes to Calm, who passes to Dis, who passes to Soul, who passes to an enemy, who gets a lot of goals.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They are just coordinating like machines around you.
Yeah.
I don't know how sports ball works, but it worked well for them.
Yeah. And at the end also, like, the unthinkable happens. Like, Ren actually goes over to Com and like holds out her like still bandaged arm, like, well played.
Yeah, hand class. Good game. That was really fun. We did great.
And then Com probably pulls her into a weird sports hug.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean,
Perfect.
as Com does.
That's exactly how Com would do. He really knows how to work a sports ball.
And Ren's just kind of dazed to this whole interaction. It's not supposed to happen this way. This is weird. This is really weird.
Yeah. Kids are all sitting over there on the bench, drinking, like cooling down with ice water and stuff that Tammy brought. Cal and Tammy are hanging out, and Enemy and Soul are joking and stuff, and Mars is there among the whole group with Dis, and they're all getting along. They're just all getting along.
I'm so glad that nothing bad will ever happen ever again.
No one will ever die or feel bad in the history of the world from now on.
Yeah, it's all good.
Everyone's going to have the healthiest relationships.
We got it from here. Smash cut to the electrocution.
Right? Yeah, you're all walking around probably weeks before or after, probably after at this point. And yeah, Soul, whenever they're talking to people, she absolutely does adjust that abacus cat's cradle on her arm. Like she's moving beads up and down or like bending them around other ones. Like she's like in real time, like reweaving it as she's talking. It's just a habit she seems to have.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, before I forget it, I think I can just also use this for Slice of Life. I think that's perfect. Because I'm having an emotional reaction to this win. Because, that was emotional. Was actually good. It was actually a good thing that happened. And I just get lost in that mood for a while.
Right?
Yeah. Did you probably will be doing a shared action here? Or, doing a simple sports ball. What's that?
You all got your chapter actions. Probably even you too, Natalie. Because you're part of this. We're all here.
Well, it's whether that was impactful for your character or would you like to spotlight something else? Because, you could be using, more spotlights for yourself.
Yeah, if you want to use this as spotlight, you should probably go into it a little bit before we fade.
Basically, if it meant something to your character, like if they actually enjoyed bonding and stuff.
Sorry, I keep on talking the mute the wrong way. I think Trig is just kind of like there hanging out in this one. Trig's thing, I think, is going to be like doing some work here coming up next.
All right. Yeah. Where are you working, Trig?
That's fair.
So because everything is getting set up for the new cotton candy thing, Trig has been tasked with doing logistics and getting all of the equipment set up and moved over for cotton candy.
Yeah, right,
so she's just like moving crates, stacking stuff.
Yeah, you got probably people filtering in to help. Tammy's there as always with Auntie Seedent, just like being helpful. Just kind of, getting kids out of the way or, moving small things around or just taking notes to like put up like decorative boards or signs or whatever to make it seem more fun.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you have a cotton candy machine, Pete, it's a lot.
Yeah, the fact that we've, when we were playing in person, we just, used that.
We did do that. We're going to be over like a couple Sundays from now. I should remember to bring sour green apple candy. Like hard candies, just to weave. I gotta find them.
Oh, I wonder what like hard pomelo candy would taste like.
What's a pomelo?
It's like giant Chinese grapefruit.
Weird. I don't think I've ever had a pomelo.
It's like a more mild grapefruit, but like the size of a soccer ball.
That'd be nice. I'm not a big fan of grapefruit. They're very bitter.
Yeah, no. These are kind of almost sweet.
Yes. It's my favorite thing. All right. So yes, you're there helping set up for the cotton candy machine. There's spun sugar derivatives from Vertumna. I think they're putting together for it to like make sure they can spin it out. Who's all in this area? I mean, you got Tammy there. You got Auntie Seedent there. Probably kids filter in and out. Soul is over there on like a couch just napping. She does that a lot, shockingly, with all the work she seems to do around here. But yeah, every once in a while you just find her napping. Who else is here, gang? What else is happening?
I guess I might be around still riding that high from the sports ball. Kinda out of it, just hanging out.
Vegging out.
What are you setting up for the machine? Like, are you like putting the machine together, or like?
Yeah. I think Trig is probably like fascinated at how this thing like goes together. So after stacking the crates, is kind of just going through the motions of getting the machine set up, figuring out how it works, kind of like poking around, seeing what happens when switches get thrown.
You know, you're probably the one who's actually setting it up, because like it has to be taken to storage, right, and assembled from parts. So like you and Auntie Seedent probably have the manual up on your holopalm, or just kind of going over it.
Yeah, Auntie Seedent probably has the manual up in her holopalm. Trig is probably just vibesing her way through the whole thing.
Yeah, making sure everything's grounded right, because like it's not like a Lego. This thing has to actually be like wired and like patched together, and I think some parts actually have to be like soldered in because it was so disassembled.
All right, yeah.
You know, it's probably like, oh, here's like the business components for it, but like the modules and stuff, or like the capacitors, like the power drivers, like had to be used in other stuff. So it's like, okay, we just have to put one together for stock parts.
So we're like assembling like the whole power supply. We're not just installing it as a field unit.
Yeah, exactly. Like it has to be put together, you know? They probably use that for other things. It's like, well, we just need a standard appliance power supply. We need this type of like, you know, surge protector. We need this kind of motor, and you know, you just put it together.
Yeah.
Which that seems in your wheelhouse.
No, that is totally in Trig's wheelhouse. That is her deal.
You know, probably pulling a part out of an old broken robot or something for one of its arm motors or whatever for the cat and candy spinner.
Yeah. Nice high speed servo.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So yeah, Trig is busy doing that, kind of working with Auntie Seedent there, and just working away.
Right. What do we got? What do you look
like? You could do a shared action with Auntie Seedent if you like.
Yeah, it's a lot of her asking you questions, or like how to explain it, or like what you would do. Like she's basically doing that thing adults do, where yeah, she doesn't know what this is. She could probably figure it out, but she's trying to see how you got there, to like let you get to like tell your process.
Oh, okay. So Trig is probably just like completely vibing on this thing, because it's yes, it has to be assembled from all of the base components, but this is kind of the level that Trig likes to play at. So she's going through all the parts. I mean, like, okay, so this is the startup capacitor. This is going to buffer some power before we get to the actual motor that is going to spin the cotton candy. So when that actually starts up from zero, it doesn't overload the power supply. The motor is connected through to the speed controller, and Trig is just like labeling off all the parts, what each one of them does, and kind of just lining them up to do the rough assembly before finally bolting this whole thing together.
Yeah, and Auntie Seedent's asking stuff like, oh, well, you took those capacitors from a light like fixture. Why did you do that? Hal told me to take it from one of the vacuum drones. What's your thought process? That kind of thing.
Oh, they're the same capacitors, and the light fixture wasn't being used and was easier to get to than trying to track down a disused drone.
I'm like, yeah, she's like nodding along, because like, you know, Hal only knew what Hal knew about where the parts were, right? He doesn't know where all the capacitors are.
Yeah.
Stuff like that she's asking, you know. Oh, well, how'd you know to put that in? The labeling was marked off. What told you that was the component?
Just kind of deductive reasoning, just kind of working through what each part does, because it's only going to go in one place in the chain.
Nodding along. You're very good at this. Should keep you here to keep the appliances going.
I have a feeling that is going to be a lot in my future. Yes.
Well, once we get more of the food coming on in from surveying, we could definitely take a look at some of the oven up and running again. There's parts of it that we haven't used since launch.
Yeah, we could work on that. That would be a neat project to work on.
Rhett keeps saying once meat starts coming in, we need to get the broiler going.
What's a meat?
We'll cover it in school. Ask your parents.
Someone say meat.
No,
that's fine.
Right? No, it's good. It's like, she's like, ask your parents, dear.
They remember.
She's not going to explain cooking animal flesh while they're having a cotton candy day. She's a smart lady, that Auntie Seedent. There's an episode of Everyone Loves Raymond where this comes up, where like the child therapist is like, they're trying to teach Raymond and his wife how to talk to their kids. And Raymond's supposed to act like the defiant kid. And he's like, I don't want to go to grandma's. And it's like, well, you have to go to grandma's. And the wife's like, and he's like, why do I have to go? And the wife, role playing is like, well, grandma's not going to be around much longer. And the therapist's like, we don't want to have to maybe cover mortality before going to grandma's right now. No timing.
Jesus.
So I guess mechanically, are you trying to do your major goal of being delighted by an interesting or exciting problem, and maybe also doing your curious to curious?
Yeah, that seems right.
Yeah.
I think this.
Yeah. So curious to too curious. So this is where the switch flips in Trig's head, and Trig is going through like how all these parts work, right? And we were talking about things like the startup capacitor, buffering energy, and everything else. And Trig's mind goes, okay, well, if that is how everything works at normal settings, what happens if you just turn everything up to 11? What if more was more?
And Seedent's like, we can try that after we do the first batch. How about? She's not saying no. She's just like, let's get the first batch out, and then yeah, sure, why not crank it up? She doesn't know. She's not all about safety or responsibility. Like, yeah, not in that way. She's like, all right, yeah, sure, let's turn it up to 11. Let's see what happens. Arrested Development.
The kitchen hobbit.
In Arrested Development, touch the cornballer.
Look, I don't want to push you in a direction or anything, but I'm just saying, my hand is hovering in front of my forehead, just ready to face palm whenever you give me a reason to.
Very good.
Meanwhile, I'm thinking like, oh yeah, DG, once the machine is starting, okay, put his tail in, have a cotton candy on his tail.
And she's like, where? No. And she just grabs your tail, pulls away. No, honey. That's okay. We don't have to. We'll go over safety later. There's a couple of words I don't want to bring up here that would be very upsetting to look up.
Oh, Digi.
Right? Oh man, there's some pictures.
You know what? There you go.
Right,
boom.
There it is. There's some pictures from my high school shop class where like the teacher's like, here's a picture. What's wrong with it? It's like a kid leaning over a lathe with a hoodie, and the cord from the hoodie is like so close to the spinning wheel. So just like yank him in and crush him.
Yep. What's worth with this? There's a kid in the general vicinity of a lathe.
Right? How upsetting.
Fuck.
So yeah,
Trig is crank the machine up to 11 immediately or not?
Right? I'm assuming cotton candy goes out, and then she's like, okay, you can break the machine now. She doesn't say it like that, but yeah.
You can break the machine.
Okay.
So, give us your intention. What do you want to do with this?
So the intention is Trig wants to basically find out what happens when, instead of just taking the base amount of power that is left over for the heating coil after you turn the machine on, if she just takes that whole starter circuit that starts that motor all nice and fast, and then pumps it into the heating coil so that she can put 2 or 3 times as much sugar material through the machine as it would normally take.
Okay,
sounds about right.
Well, yeah, I mean that's kind of the kind to do, but like, oh, what are your intentions and what you want to accomplish with this? Like,
what I want to accomplish with this. So. And this is the thing: is I don't know if Trig necessarily has an end goal, other than this is like Trig's fascination is based on my own. It's
Well,
like
it could
Trig
be
is
like-
not trying to do anything in particular. She's trying to see what it does.
Sounds like you want to-
I got something. There's something perfect for it. There's Science,
okay.
Faith, and Sorcery, which is an out of genre XP action. I would suggest you use that one.
Yeah, no, that sounds perfect.
Yeah, essentially what you do is you like come up with some idea of how something works, and then you test it, and then we see if you were right about this.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. That's exactly what Trig is trying to do. She's like, okay, this thing works by heating up sugar. So what happens if I just really heat sugar and pump a lot of it through there?
Okay, well, you're gonna have to. You're gonna still actually have to like come up with a hypothesis for this. What do you think?
Okay, so the hypothesis is that if Trig over drives the heater and overdrives the motor, Auntie Seedent's been making these like cotton candy balls on a stick that are a good like foot round. They're a good 32 centimeters or something like that. Trig wants to see how big that can get because it's not like really heavy. So she figures she can get like 2 or 3 meters worth of cotton candy onto this thing before it starts to structurally, become an issue.
Okay.
All right.
All right. How do you think that's going to go?
Well, I think she just told us what she thinks how that's gonna go.
Yeah.
Now it's up to you.
Describe that out to us. You have a clearer picture of this in your mind than I do.
Okay, so
see how much I guess you get out of the intentions as opposed to see the outcome.
Oh yeah, that too, of course. So this is not outside the realm of engineering, so there's going to be no obstacle because obstacles are based on how perverse you've moved from the skill's intent. This is literally the skill's intent. There's no obstacle for me to throw it.
Yep.
I will spend 2 will.
So something effective, correct, accomplish the task, and please yourself and make yourself happy. Guessing at 4.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Unless you have something else to add to this.
Oh wait, you don't have any engineering skill because you didn't fix it. You didn't fix your lack of engineering skill. You should do that right now.
Is there a bond you can throw? Because then that's 2 and 2, and you're all good to go.
Yeah, the bond of is better.
Yeah. My bond is I must figure out how things work and ways to make them better.
And what level?
That is 2.
Look at that. 4. Effective, moves you closer to your goals. Bam.
But you should definitely fix your skills.
Oh yeah, for sure. We'll cover that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree. All right. Well, then, yes, you make a spectacle. Is there just a big cotton candy ball now? I'm not too clear on how big the cotton candy ball got, or if it caught fire.
I think the cotton candy ball came out just like absolutely fantastic, and while Trig is holding this thing like smiling like, hey, look at this thing, like Auntie Seedent's like, oh look, she made a thing without blowing. No, that's when Trig holds it over top of the motor that's been overtaxed for the last 5 minutes a little too much, and a nice little ball of flame comes up from the center of the cotton candy machine.
Ooh, everyone starts clapping. Auntie Seedent gets a fire extinguisher.
Like fire of the flame next to very aerated, hot sugar stuff. That sounds like a ball of fire waiting to happen.
Yeah, that's a sugar fire. It's a sugar fire, children. Step back. We have those on the stratospheric.
Trig makes a sugar fire. Ren, gets hurt by it. Digi gets to be blamed for it.
Hell yeah. Well, if nobody gets hurt, then I also don't get hurt. Haha. Anyway, that's a face palm from me.
Yeah.
So you can put that in your floating XP bank.
Awesome.
Auntie Seedent, finishes putting the fire out. Well, that's the end of that motor. Unless you have any spare parts for it.
Maybe, but I could probably rewind the motor.
You're probably going to find out, just for fun's sake, that the spare part will be like one of the fans in the creche.
Oh, yeah. There's. If you got any spare parts, I'd be happy to go and take a look.
If you don't, you can go to the creche. Don't take, just grab one of the fans or whatever, like the little kind of desk ones. Check it out.
Yep.
Why not?
Trig jots off down the road off towards the creche.
Perfect. Things progress as they should, as people have their cotton candy. Tammy eventually decides to go to the creche to do a bit of cleaning up. So you're there dismantling the fan and just checking the components and stuff, doing your thing. Yeah. Tammy's walking in, touching a bunch of stuff, putting things away. Mm-hmm. And then as she's going over to the bare holoprojector, from your perspective, you see this. Soul slides down the hallway, slams into the wall, runs forward into the creche, kind of off balance, and tackles Tammy, pushing her out of the way. Her hand touching the counter. There being a flash and explosion, and Soul is now in the corner over there smoking. Your move.
The hell? Run towards Tammy and Soul, and are you okay?
Tammy is crying, as is her skill, and she's touching Soul and making sure she's okay. Soul's not okay. She's smoking. Children don't do that. This is probably one of these things called an emergency.
You're not supposed to start smoking until you're at least 14.
Something, electronics run on electricity and smoke. When smoke leaves the machine, it stops working.
Tammy, go get an adult as quick as you can.
Yeah, she's not able to do that. You asked Tammy of all people. You shouldn't have done that. She is not available in the panic. She's a prey animal, Natalie. She is paralyzed with fear. It's all
Slap
you.
The child.
It's all you, Natalie. You have to save this child.
Locate the back of your hand. Apply to child.
All right. I have got no other choice. I can't leave Soul to get an adult. So I have to figure out what has happened to Soul. So I start looking at Soul, start looking around the room, try to figure out what's going on. And I am going to use superior deductive reasoning to try and figure that out.
Sure.
Your will and intentions and stuff.
I believe I have 8 will left. That's 6. A multiple of 2, so I can. I have 6 will left. Yeah. I will spend all 6 will to figure out what's happened.
Go for 8.
You can't spend 6. You can only spend 4 or 8.
Oh, okay.
And you can't spend 8. Yeah, you gotta spend 4. You can't. You don't have 4. 8. So.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
But also, that's probably overkill.
It is. You know what happened to Soul? Just throwing this out there. They were electrocuted.
Remember. Spending 4 will at once is.
Whoa! Two people are talking taxing over each other. What was that, Natalie?
Sorry.
But why wasn't I electrocuted? I was literally in the process of taking apart an electrical device when that all happened.
Well, that one shorted and this one didn't. Also, you probably turned off the breaker to the device before you touched it.
Fair enough.
Yes, you do.
You can put all of this together. You're a science lady.
Yeah.
It's like in Sherlock, all the numbers and equations are showing up.
Exactly. I just want to remind you, spending 4 will at once means that you take a wound. You have to.
You may get a wound, but yeah, probably.
Oh yeah, we'll keep that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's
So, like,
not guaranteed, I guess. Yeah.
The free basic information you have in front of you in this moment of crisis is child 10-year-old electrocuted on the ground. Other child isn't going to be helpful to you because they are a child and they are traumatized. You are a half-child adult here in the room. And those are the facts.
Okay, so this is the conflict that I am running into is actual like first aid is the first thing you do is site triage.
Yeah.
So you figure out what has happened in your vicinity,
Right.
and is it likely to happen again? And are you in any danger if you are there?
Excellent. You can assess that immediately. Probably not. One machine blew up. It probably had a fault or something. Like your character. I'm telling you, your character, like what you're looking for, you solve it. You know this. You have this deductive reasoning. You nailed it.
If you have a good breakers on, they probably would also, short out right now after this,
Yeah, the room definitely flickered.
Yeah.
You should probably pull the plug on that.
You probably should not touch this.
So the next order of business is if the site is safe, then we are going on to triage of Soul. If Soul is still crumpled up, then I guess we are doing a pat down and check to try and see if Soul is conscious.
Not conscious.
Not conscious. Okay.
Is she breathing?
Yeah.
Well, Natalie's getting there.
So that is now the next thing is Soul breathing.
Yes, but probably not. But probably not in the way you can rely on going forward. They're probably medically injured.
Okay, then we are reorienting Soul into the recovery position.
Stab down.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Oh, I just said, I agree with you.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. And if
Tammy
if that
does have presence of mind to go grab the med kit.
Okay.
So you have a med kit on hand if you needed a med kit. I don't know.
But if Soul is otherwise uninjured, is like smoking, but is breathing and does not require like any other visible physical injuries that require immediate addressing, then it's actually have Tammy watch Soul and go grab an adult.
That can work. Yeah, you can do that. She can do that.
Yeah. So that is the process for dealing with an exploding holoprojector and a smoking Soul.
All right,
very good.
You run out.
Oh, by the way, I have a suggestion. Remind me of the geography of this. This is fairly close to the cotton candy place, right?
It has to be because it's inside that building.
Yeah. Well, one thing is you saw Ren in there. And, not a lot of time has passed. And so Ren is probably still in there. And Ren works at the infirmary. So on your way to get an adult, it might be a good idea to, send Ren this way.
I will also point out, you all have cell phones in the palm of your hand.
I would also like to point out that probably there's some sort of like a fire trigger you could pull to have someone come in and okay, what's going on? Who pulled this trigger?
Right, there are some balls in the air that you all can move around if you want. Just throwing that into the mix. What are y'all doing? I don't know if there's an optimal path here. There are options.
Then if thank you for reminding with the holopalms, instead of leaving the room, Trig is using the holopalm to I don't know, does the colony have an equivalent to 911?
Yes, there's a big red emergency button you can just press.
Okay, yeah, hitting that button.
You also have that advanced AI, more advanced than even what the Helios has, and they're 20 years ahead of you, called congruence. So she can pop up, big happy face, start walking you through more advanced medical stabilization treatments while an adult is brought in.
Perfect.
Oh, looks like it's trying to resuscitate someone.
Yeah, very much exactly like that. So Congruence will walk you through with the med kit how to make sure soul is stabilized, while adults run in to take over the scene and be like, "Oh wow, great job, kid! Holy fudge!"
Yeah. Anybody know why that thing exploded?
Not one person. None of them do. They come in. I think it's going to be Auntie Seedent, probably Tonin, because he might have been just in the area for the kids stuff, because he's like, he's Uncle Tonin. So like, I think Tammy gets removed from the scene. Soul gets like slung up somewhere, probably by, I don't know, Utopia or Auntie Seedent, to be brought to med bay, like to the med bed. You're not left alone. Like, you're not important. They're just like, follow up when you're done. Like, just talk to an adult after we're done what we're doing, basically.
Yeah.
So theoretically, you and Ren, who I imagine is here, are in the room.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as nobody is going to actively stop Trig, she's going to just double check that breaker is off, and then she is poking the fuck around that exploded projector.
Yeah, all right. And Ren, you can be here. You see them hauling out a freshly smoked soul.
Yeah. Like once everyone's out and it's just me and Trig, I just like say very quietly, So I guess that's what human barbecue smells like.
Oh my God.
And smash. Anyway.
How grotesque.
What's barbecue?
Speaking of which, do you get triggered by the consumption thing with the human barbecue remark, or
the consumption?
Well, I already used all my XP actions for this chapter, so I can't do the trauma thing anymore. There'll be other opportunities. It's fine.
Okay.
So, anyways,
I wonder if there's.
Yes.
You were saying.
I was saying, Trig, like growing up on the stratosphere, has no idea what barbecue is.
Oh, how prescient! Like presence of mind, right? Yeah. How would you?
History lessons.
If it wasn't the history of engineering, Trig didn't learn it.
You're like, what the fuck's color theory?
No, really.
You know what? I don't know why I said that. How about you forget about it? It's fine. Oh, man. Oh, I hope she's gonna be fine. What's going on?
I don't know.
Does this keep happening to Soul?
Well, weird that it keeps happening to Soul. We should look into that. But weird that this thing...
You were there, right? You were there, right?
Yeah.
What happened?
I was just taking apart the fan to get an extra motor for the cotton candy machine, and Soul just like bolts in down the hallway, crashes against the wall, tackles Tammy to the ground at the same time as the projector explodes, and just Tammy's crying, Soul is smoking, I'm sitting over here trying to figure out what the heck's going on.
He ran in here and then got electrocuted?
Yeah, like, weirdest thing. Like, Soul ran in as quick as he could, tackled Tammy.
Yeah.
As quick as she could, tackled Tammy, and, like, just completely out of the blue. Like, if Soul hadn't been here, I guess it would have been Tammy who would have just been blown up at the time, I guess.
What an interesting thought.
No, she was as surprised as I was. Like, the first thing I heard was just the pounding of feet down the hallway.
I mean, you could trace the running path. It's not like the surveillance to like the public area is private. You just ask congruence.
Sorry, I'm not following the leap from like.
Well, Soul just ran in, right? So you could just be like, well, where were they coming from? Like you could just do the surveillance thing where you check the footage like casually as you're talking,
backwards,
and trace back like.
Oh, okay. We're getting
thing.
invested. We're getting invested in figuring out Soul. We're not getting invested in figuring out the exploded machine. Okay,
I think it's
gotcha.
both. I think it's a little bit of both. It's just these are variables you're putting together.
All right. So yeah, if that's the case, then absolutely, Trig is pulling up congruence and trying to get any sort of information both on the exterior layout of the space that they're in and any feed from the security footage to try and figure out why Soul just all of a sudden like
was here.
Okay. Yeah.
Perfect. So we're going to need to pause real quick. Pete, pause. And we're back. I got you, Pete. I fucking cut you off. So we just had a brief break because there was a technical issue. Anyway, Natalie, you are trigonometry. You're going to look into the machinery. And G, you're serendipity. And you're going to be looking into the footage. We got this. Whomst is going first.
I'm technically still faded, so
all right.
Yeah,
fun, boy.
Thought to Trig.
So Trig is disconnecting the power to make sure that no further exploding happens, and is starting to poke around and figure out like just how this like holo projector just blew a kid across the room.
Right? What kind of resources are going to be sinking into this?
I guess those that for will that she spent plus skills plus other stuff, maybe.
All right, give me numbers.
Well, I mean, did we actually use any of the 4 will that I spent earlier?
Oh, okay, good. I just didn't know what the total number was at the end there.
So the total number would have been 6 because it was 4 will plus 2 from
something. Yeah, you know exactly what happened. Something chewed into the power cord. It has a bunch of like erosion, stripping, cutting marks into it.
That's weird. Like that. What would? So I take a picture of it with my holopalm and I start searching through the database to try and see if there's anything that would make marks like that.
Well, back on the ship there was Ratty the Rat. Maybe it's still around.
Ratty the Rat. You think Ratty the Rat escaped from Instance where she put him on that nice farm?
Well, maybe she let him out because, hey, we've all landed. We don't need to be on the farm now.
Yeah, you're right. She probably let him free.
Yeah. Be free. Go back to your own kind. Meet new friends. This new world.
No, the tooth marks are wrong. That's not Ratty.
But yeah, it's not Ratty. That's something else. Now, would you be able to find those little bastards? I don't remember the little bastards.
They're kind of small. Around? Yeah, I think as far as I remember, it was like, it was electric short circuit because like they're like metallic balls and they like left dust around and that like short circuit.
They did. Yeah, they nibbled into stuff and left like short material around. So like, I think you're able. Okay, I don't think you'll be able to solve the entire mystery of the balls right away, but you're definitely going to get the most solid lead that the next time you look into it, you'll probably solve it because it's not that difficult of a mystery. A bunch of secret child club detectives solve it when you're working with Mars.
Mm-hmm.
But Natalie, Trig, you're onto something. Something to this projector.
Yeah, so Trig has twigged onto the fact that something has nibbled through the power cables there, and that they have shorted out. No definitive answer as to what it was, but yeah, the overload caused by the shorting cable caused the holoprojector to short circuit and blow. But that still leaves the question of how the heck Soul was here in time.
Yeah. Well, the footage should tell us that. So first I look at, just what
Rand,
happened.
throw your attention.
There's Soul running in, tackling Tammy out of the way and getting exploded. And then I'm like, okay, but where did she come from?
No, that was all. All right. So rewinding. Are you all still there? No one got cut?
Nope, still here.
I'm still
here. All right. So you're on her trajectory. From there, going back, running down a corridor. You basically take it all the way back and run it from start. She is sleeping in the lounge when the cotton candy's happening. Tammy wakes her up. She kind of just nods off a bit. Tammy leaves to go to the creche. Then, like a couple minutes later, Soul's eyes bolt awake. She tears out of that chair, runs like a Terminator marathoning down the hall, body checks Zet into a wall as she skitters across the floor, taking a turn, tears into the creche, and body slams Tammy out of the way and gets shocked.
Well, that just makes it worse. Look at this. Look at this. What is this?
Like T-1000 chasing the car, like dun 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 from a 10-year-old.
She just.
Can getting electrocuted give you a retroactive ESP?
No, I don't think so. I think time travel is theoretically impossible.
If Outer Wilds taught me anything, you can't do it. It causes a lot of issues.
I am struggling to explain, what the connection would be.
Yeah,
okay. Here's my hypothesis, and I don't like it, but it's the only one that makes sense.
Okay.
And that is that Soul somehow knew ahead of time that this thing was dangerous and that Tammy would be here and futz with it.
I mean, I was hoping you were going to suggest.
For some reason, she only decided at the very last moment to do something about it.
I mean, I was hoping you were going to suggest something not exactly what's happening in Exocolonist. I was hoping you'd be like, I have a suggestion, and it might not be very scientific, but I think an angel told her.
No, wait. You know what? Let's go with my first impulse, which I for some reason didn't go with. No, you know what? You're right. I should go with the silly thing. Okay, here's the only thing that makes sense. Soul sabotaged this device.
Oh my god. Somehow worse.
It's the only thing that makes sense, right? But why would she do this? Did she do it so she would come off as a hero? Is she trying to convince us that she's,
even if Soul sabotages the machine, okay, but the timing doesn't make sense because Soul would have no way of knowing where Tammy was, and we saw Soul asleep. So Soul had to somehow intuit that Tammy was in position and then sprint, because even if Soul decided that maybe Tammy was in danger and should come and do something about it, would she sprint like something was going to explode?
I can explain this too. See, she told Tammy to go here and touch the thing. And then I guess she nodded off and lost track of time, so she had to run. It's not amazing, but look, what's the alternative here? What's the alternative here?
I guess Digi could come in the scene covered in some cotton candy that, from trying to eat that big bowl of candy. Like, well, what if Tammy told Sol that she's going here, and then only Sol realized that, oh yes, this is a machine that's faulty. And then, she got the realization a couple minutes later.
Oh, you mean she was like sleepy and Tammy is like, I'm gonna go touch the holo device, and Sol is like, oh yeah, that's all right, and she nods off, and then she bolts up out of sleep and is like, oh no, the device is gonna explode because I sabotaged it, and she goes and tackles Tammy out of the way and gets electrocuted.
So maybe she was trying to get someone else. Maybe that was that like small tabby child there? Nugget. You should try to get Nugget or something like that.
Nougat.
No, what? No.
Or
why?
You could just ask Tammy what she said to Sol when she woke her up.
We should do that.
Okay, it's going to be difficult to get to Tammy in the next couple of days for obvious reasons, which is fine. That doesn't hinder anything. So here's what you're going to find out if you're trying to get to Tammy. Sol's in another coma.
She does this a lot.
Twice.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening with Sol. People are filtered in to like visit her and stuff. Like her parents are pretty torn up about it, but they're still working because they're geoponics, right? What are they going to do about it?
Oh no! What if this time there's some brain damage?
Oh no!
All right. So like Tammy and Cal and an enemy and Calm and Utopia and Auntie Seedent and Uticott and Instance and Uncle Tonin and Kel's mom Tiramisu and Mars and Mars's dad's. I think everyone but Seek comes to at one point to check in on her. She's everywhere, dog.
Damn.
I think even Korg and Zet check in on her.
Well, I'm gonna say we probably agreed, us three, that we're gonna keep this on the down low for now, right? Because we don't know anything yet, and it's maybe and she's in a coma right now anyway, so she can't kill anyone else, right?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for now, until we know what we're looking at.
What you do get
to us now, yeah.
Fun fact, serendipity. What you do notice on Sol is the little abacus they had on their arm, like that isn't there anymore. But because of the metal and like mineral content, there's actually like a web of constellations of like dots and lines just scorched into their forearm or into their upper arm.
Oh jeez.
It actually looks like actual constellations, like dots and lines. Because it wasn't all perfect. Some of the lines didn't happen. So yeah, it looks like a little tiny star sky.
Wait, is it actual constant?
Like not real ones.
I checked the star charts.
No. You're insane.
Okay.
No, it looks like that, which is fine.
Okay, so that means
nothing.
It's constellations that you would see from a different place. I just need to find it. Okay, I'm going insane.
I just need to find the pattern. Fuck. This is like that person trying. It's like the person trying to find the 15th or 9th or whatever extra Colossus.
The problem I see before us falls into one of two categories. One, either our assumptions of the nature of the universe are wrong, and causality does not work the way that we think it does. Or B, we have elected to not tell anybody about the youngest domestic terrorist amongst a colony of terrorists.
I learned it
So
from
you know what a
Dad.
domestic terrorist is, yeah?
Yeah, you got taught it in school.
yeah,
That's what you guys are.
I grew up with them.
Yeah, Fraternity Group, domestic terrorists.
Well, that's what they.
You had a compound. Yeah, but congruence just tells you that. It's like, oh yeah, no, you guys had a compound. You were fucking nuts. You were like some sort of Waco cult that they brought guns to and stuff to like root out.
God.
We're freedom fighters, why thank you.
And they still won't let me use a gun. Unbelievable.
Yeah, actually. They just came here to be They just came here to be luxury gay space communists. They don't want to reinvent giving kids guns.
Man.
They don't need child soldiers. They've done that.
Now they need universal soldiers.
Well, so on the one hand, either the world is a mystery, or on the other hand, we are complicit. Let's find out.
We're not complicit until she kills again. I mean, she hasn't killed anybody yet.
You know of. Maybe Besk wasn't an accident.
No!
I just imagine the writer for Exocolonists, like, for some fucking reason tuning into this and hearing us making fun of Besk's suicide, being like, oh, this is my fandom, eh? And it's like, I'm so sorry, Lindsay, I didn't mean to do this.
No, God.
I think that's her name.
I think so too.
The Arabesque, right? Yeah.
No, not Arabesque, the writer. I think her name's Lindsay. So it's like, I'm sorry, Lindsay, I didn't mean to do this. Please forgive. Anyway, Soul is comatose.
Right. Do we get to Tammy, though?
You are able to get to Tammy. She is able, because I don't want to do a crying little hobbit voice, able to communicate to you through her own way that she walked up to Soul, woke her up, told her with the cotton candy, said she was going to the creche, walked off. Pretty straightforward. Soul went back to sleep for like 5 minutes and then like eyes opened, not even bolting up, just eyes open, immediately tearing out of the chair, running. There was no pause.
There's only one way she could have known, right? Right?
Angels. Magic? Some kind of spell?
Or maybe she's just slow.
Slow?
Well, she was told that Tammy's going to the crash, and then like only a couple minutes later, she presents, "Oh wait, Tammy's going to the crash. Oh no."
Maybe she's just really excited to hang out with Tammy in the crash. Like her tearing down the hallway, body slamming Zet into the wall.
It's like that would be unusual behavior.
Maybe Tammy had Soul snacks in her pocket and Soul got a whiff of it, like a dog tearing after like someone to tackle them.
There you go.
Like cuts to Tammy in the creche. She had like a jar. She just breaks the seal on like a can of Soul food, and Soul's just like immediately tearing down, like cats.
Tammy just sent her, her, I know, Manchurian candidate kill switch something.
Yeah, that's what Tammy did. The worst so programmed.
Kid. Why would she do something like this?
Save anyway,
what is she trying to get?
That's the thing that makes no sense, because if we've seen Soul to be incredibly shrewd for a child, and it makes no sense to tear off to the creche in a run like that unless you are certain Tammy is in mortal danger.
Which she was.
Yes. But if Soul had sabotaged the machine, Tammy would just be in danger, not mortal danger. And running like that ties her to the event. So
it wasn't innocuous.
It depends on the sabotage, because if you sabotage a device to, say, electrocute someone to death,
you need more CSI work. Now you need to know Natalie's thing. Now you need to know how it was sabotaged.
But that's
crucial.
What would make
too curious?
Sorry,
well,
Natalie.
Soul is unconscious, and nobody's looking. I try to go and check Soul's teeth to see if they match the bite marks.
That's so much. Did you think Soul was just sitting there like a fucking goat chewing on grass, chewing on the kale, being like eyes wall-eyed like a goat, being like, murder? I think you will find that the bite marks do not match Soul and Asia's bite.
Has it been 15 minutes? Because I'm face palming again. It has been 15
It definitely
minutes.
has. Take that XP. Record it. Keep up to date. Pete's got a calculator for a brain. He can spreadsheet this.
So what XP action is all of this? Foreshadowing? Pay attention, a lot of attention to something?
I don't know.
Where are we with XP actions? I've done both of mine.
Yeah, Trig, what do you think about this?
Of all the XP actions, Nish, what is this? What's happening to us?
Is shared hallucination an option?
Suffer trauma, suffer corruption.
It's a fucking there's a ritual action.
Wicked action.
Wicked action. Shadowing. Foreshadowing,
obsessive action.
You're paying a lot of attention to something, logically looking at that from the outside. It must be foreshadowing. Do you want to get
I think it's foreshadowing. Like, mechanically, that makes sense.
All right, I'll take it.
Remember, Devin, since this and also the science, faith, and sorcery thing are out of genre, you gotta hand out issues for those.
I know. Don't fucking mothering me. I know. I got you. I'm joking. Fucking
cheese.
Right, just fucking with you. It's good.
Yeah.
Do you want to be wrapping up here? Because that's, I think, everybody's.
Yeah, if our XP actions are done, that is fucking ball in one, dog.
Yeah.
You had a sports ball tournament. You had cotton candy. You watched a child get just hurled around by lightning. You got a lead. You got to investigate next session to who's the killer. There's pollen everywhere. And hey, Nitch, you had a conversation with Instance.
Yep, that's true.
That was everything, right?
Yep.
Well, then we can, mark off XP and quests and whatnot. We'll get into the swing of doing this a little more actively as sessions go on once we get the baseline down.
Yeah.
So, what do we want to talk about the fucking issues, or do we want to just move right to the end of the thing?
I guess we're gonna go to the end of the thing, and we can do bookkeeping off screen.
Make it so. I was Devin.
Peter.
Natalie.
G.
And this is sponsored by Nobody. Signing off.
Okay, edited notes here. I looked at the Chuubo's book, and from what I understand at least, I think I was correct in my interpretation of that conflict we had with Saul. So she had Miraculous Will, which in the book is just a separate pool of will that refreshes differently from your regular will. You can spend it alongside your regular will, but spending will still happens in powers of 2, so 1, 2, 4, 8 increments and so on and so on. So yes, her spending 3 will was probably wrong. Similar with her shine skill, the way it's written, it doesn't explicitly say you can't use it on yourself as a regular skill, but it is in the context of cool and skills that have rules, and cool does explicitly say you don't use it actively. So I'd personally interpret it as you cannot use shine actively as a skill, but anyone can use it as a skill of their own when they're doing stuff for you and in your name and so on and so on. But in the end, that doesn't really much matter, because she could have used her skill at being a kid at 2, I think what her character sheet is, spent 4 will and achieve the same result. And in general, it's a more a wishy-washy system. You can have things be a bit more soft and, in the air. And yeah, not much will change anyway. So yeah, that's about it.